Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the original songs that took home top honors at the Academy Awards.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Number 30, What Was I Made For? Barbie. This soulful ballad was a collaboration between Billie Eilish and her longtime songwriting partner and brother, Phineas O'Connell. It's a fitting anthem for Barbie, as she spends much of the movie on a journey of self-discovery, trying to figure out exactly what she was made for.
I used to float, now I just fall down.
Eilish's soft, lilting voice gives the tune a melancholy, yet ultimately hopeful quality. The song also won multiple Grammys, including Song of the Year. Eilish and O'Connell are no strangers to the Oscar stage.
I don't know how to feel, but I wanna.
In 2022, the ultra-talented duo won an Academy Award for No Time to Die, the theme for the James Bond film of the same name. At this rate, they're well on their way to becoming the youngest ever EGOT winners. Number 29, Natu Natu, Triple R. This incredibly high-energy number is proof of the power of music to reach across cultures. Originally written in Telugu by Chandra Bose and composer M.M. Keeravani, Natu Natu translates as native or wild, and was also recorded in 4 other languages.
Do you know Natu?
What is Natu?
The lyrics speak of sharp daggers, spicy chilies, and dancing until you shake the earth. But you don't need to understand them to get the message. The song makes its appearance at a key moment in the film when heroes Bheem and Raju face off against British colonizers in a dance battle to end all dance battles. The scene is a microcosm of the movie, over the top and unbelievably entertaining. Number 28, We Belong Together, Toy Story 3. Randy Newman has been writing and performing songs since he was 17, but it was his work with Pixar that really shot him to superstardom. He's written the scores for 9 Disney Pixar films so far and earned a slew of Oscar nominations. His first win came in 2002 for If I Didn't Have You, which he wrote for the Monsters, Inc. soundtrack, and which John Goodman and Billy Crystal performed.
Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have.
That was also Pixar's first win in the Best Original Song category. 9 years later, he took home another golden statue for We Belong Together. The song was originally imagined as a duet between John Mayer and either Katy Perry or Lady Gaga. We're glad the studio decided to go with Newman's classic vocals instead.
We belong together, yes we do.
Number 27, Chim Chim Cheree, Mary Poppins. Disney is known for its brilliant soundtracks, and this movie features some of the catchiest songs in the studio's repertoire.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. I does what I likes and I likes.
Most people probably think of birth scenes as a chimney sweep when they think of Chim Chim Cheree, but the melody actually shows up at various points throughout the film. It serves as a kind of theme for the character, who uses it to introduce us to his many jobs. Brothers Robert and Richard Sherman composed the song, along with the rest of the Mary Poppins score, for which they also took home an Oscar.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be.
Number 26, Que Sera Sera, Whatever Will Be, Will Be, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Doris Day and James Stewart played Joe and Ben McKenna, the parents of a little boy who has been kidnapped by spies and is being held at a foreign embassy.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be?
You'll make a fine doctor.
Because the embassy is technically a sovereign location, the local police can't search it. However, the McKennas finagle an invitation inside, where in a pivotal scene, Joe sings Que Sera Sera as a signal to her son.
Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be.
The boy whistles back, enabling his father to find him. The song has since become a classic, showing up in many other movies and TV shows. Sometimes it's used for black humor, and other times it conveys a sense of contentment in the face of despair. Number 25, White Christmas, Holiday Inn. This song has become such a ubiquitous part of the holiday season, many people probably didn't realize it was originally written for a movie. Irving Berlin came up with the melody while working on a different film in 1935.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
He wrote the lyrics sometime later, although stories differ as to exactly when, and Bing Crosby performed it for the first time on Christmas in 1941. The tune has since become the most recorded Christmas song of all time, having been covered by hundreds of other artists in multiple languages.
Where the treetops glisten.
Where the treetops glisten.
And children listen.
And children listen.
More than a decade after Holiday Inn, Berlin capitalized on the song's continued popularity with the movie White Christmas, again featuring Bing Crosby's famous vocals. Number 24, You'll Be in My Heart, Tarzan. Phil Collins is best known as a pop and rock artist, though he's applied his talents to multiple award-winning movie soundtracks.
Come stop your crying, it'll be all right.
But it was this heartwarming lullaby that scored Collins his only Oscar win. In fact, he beat out another Disney song, Randy Newman's When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2. The film version of the track starts with Glenn Close singing softly as baby Tarzan's mother Kala before Collins' powerful voice takes over.
You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say.
The song would go on to become Collins' last top 40 hit in the US. Number 23, The Way You Look Tonight, Swing Time. Like White Christmas, this song's fame has transcended that of the film it was written for. Swing Time is a rom-com musical, and one of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers' 10 films together. Following an argument, Astaire's character Lucky serenades Rogers with The Way You Look Tonight.
Love you, just the way you look tonight.
The iconic duo then danced to the tune later in the film. Written and composed by Dorothy Fields and Jerome Kern, the song was an instant hit. Other artists began recording covers of it the same year it was released, with Frank Sinatra's version eventually becoming the most popular.
Lovely, never, never change. Keep that breathless charm.
Number 22, Remember Me, Coco. Many of these Oscar-winning songs play a crucial part in the movies they were made for, but perhaps none more so than Remember Me.
Oh, I have to say goodbye. Remember me! Don't let it make you cry.
After young Miguel finds himself in the land of the dead, he uncovers the truth about the song and the singer. Ernesto de la Cruz stole it and murdered its writer. Multiple versions of the tune appear in the film, including an emotional final performance by Miguel that awakens his great-grandmother's memory of her late father.
Know that I'm with you, the only way that I can be.
Veteran composer Robert Lopez wrote the song alongside his wife, Kristen Anderson Lopez. With this Oscar win, Lopez became the first ever double EGOT, meaning he's won each of the 4 major awards at least twice. Fans of Coco will probably agree that he deserves it. Number 21, When You Believe, The Prince of Egypt. This powerful number is sung by the Hebrew slaves as Moses leads them out of Egypt and out of bondage.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear.
The lyrics tell of the past struggles of the Jewish people, celebrate their strength, and look to the future with a new sense of hope. This uplifting song was co-written by Stephen Schwartz and Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, who between them have an entire trophy case worth of awards.
You will when you
Schwartz was a veteran film composer and had already taken home 2 Oscars for his work on Disney's Pocahontas. But Edmonds had to step outside of his comfort zone to write When You Believe. The team turned out to be an unqualified success. Number 20, Flashdance, What a Feeling, Flashdance. While the screenplay isn't this 80s staple's strongest element, music and dance are how the characters truly communicate. This triumphant pop ballad brings Alex Owens' story full circle as we follow her from a humble steel mill worker to a dancing star ready to shine.
Just come
Flashdance bursts on the scene with invigorating music by Giorgio Moroder and empowering lyrics from Keith Forsey and Irene Cara, the latter of whom also injects her zealous vocals. This wasn't the first time Cara helped carry a song to Oscar gold, performing the titular tune from 1980's Fame. Flashdance is another song that'll live forever, capturing that special feeling when a young adult comes of age and achieves their dream, encouraging all aspiring artists to reach for the stars. Number 19, Take My Breath Away, Top Gun. Outside of the thrilling aerial sequences and the magic of Tom Cruise, the Top Gun franchise is best known for its electrifying music.
Gutsiest move I ever saw.
Now then, this is the perfect example of a textbook maneuver.
With Take My Breath Away, Giorgio Moroder would fly away with another Academy Award along with wingman Tom Whitlock. The angelic vocals of new wave band Berlin bring a gravity-defying sentiment to the song that works on two levels. The song makes you feel as if you're gliding through the air, almost becoming one with the sky above.
Take my breath away.
At the same time, it conveys the steamy romance between Maverick and Charlie. For a film with a lot of fast-paced music, this song slows time down, allowing the audience to catch their breath while also taking it away. Number 18, Let It Go, Frozen. After Tarzan capped off the 90s renaissance with You'll Be in My Heart, Disney went 14 years without a Best Original Song Oscar. Frozen ended the dry spell with a snowstorm.
Let it go, let it go, can't hold you back anymore.
Let It Go not only became the film's breakout hit, but it changed the narrative's course. Although Elsa was originally conceived as a villain, Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez sought to unearth her humanity with this deeply personal tune.
It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free.
Let It Go establishes that Elsa was never a villain, but rather a vulnerable yet powerful woman ready to break free after a lifetime in the shadows. The filmmakers also came to see Elsa in another light, evolving her into one of Disney's most progressive heroines with the voice of the wickedly talented Idina Menzel.
Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Number 17, Glory, Selma. This historical drama ends on a high note with a march to Montgomery and Martin Luther King Jr. delivering his How Long, Not Long speech. It's a crucial moment in the civil rights movement, which is encapsulated in a song from Common and John Legend.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
For all the progress that Dr. King made, Glory is just as much about the struggles that persist 50 years later. In addition to the 1965 Selma marches, the song references the 2014 Ferguson unrest.
They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots be on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
Common and Legend bring a soulful sound to the music. This gives the song a timeless sentiment, as if it could have been released in the 60s or today. It's a haunting yet hopeful protest anthem, motivating listeners to continue the pursuit of equality and glory.
When it's all said and done, we'll cry glory. Oh, glory.
Number 16, The Way We Were, The Way We Were. From Barbara Streisand's opening hums, this song evokes a sense of nostalgia, as if the audience is drifting back in time. Of course, nobody can go back to the old days. All they can do is reflect on their precious, fragile memories.
Misty watercolor memories of the way we were.
'Cause the way we were, 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 'cause the way we w
Some memories are uplifting and romantic, others are laced with heartbreak and regret. Marvin Hamlish's melancholic melody conveys all of the above, foreshadowing the star-crossed romance between Streisand's Katie and Robert Redford's Hubble.
Smiles we gave to one another for the way we were.
The song resurfaces as the film closes, leaving their relationship in the past while also contemplating what could have been. Alan and Marilyn Bergman's lyrics paint a poetic portrait of love slipping away, leaving you sad that it's over, yet grateful that it existed in the first place.
What's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget.
Number 15, J-Ho, Slumdog Millionaire. After everything that Jamal and Latika endure, the audience wants nothing more than to see them get the happiest ending imaginable. Slumdog Millionaire delivers with Jamal's newfound fortune and a kiss that'll make you believe in destiny. It's the finale performance of J-Ho, however, that pushes the film over the top. Choreographed by Longinus Fernandez with the flair of a Bollywood number, J-Ho translates to a few different meanings, all of which pertain to victory. While Gulzar's lyrics are written in Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi, and even a bit of Spanish, the song transcends language barriers. This is further expressed through A.R. Rahman's music and the principal vocals provided by Sukhwinder Singh, making you want to flash mob the night away. Number 14, Streets of Philadelphia, Philadelphia. Few Oscar-winning songs epitomize a place and time quite like Bruce Springsteen's Streets of Philadelphia. The place is, naturally, the lonely streets of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The time is the early 90s, as the HIV/AIDS epidemic continues to plague humanity.
Voices of friends vanished and gone. At night I hear the blood in my veins.
While the disease had been prevalent for over a decade, it remained a taboo subject with few mainstream movies or songs shining a light on the crisis. Streets of Philadelphia manifests the isolation of Tom Hanks's Andy as he seeks justice and basic human dignity after being wrongfully terminated from his job.
Brother, are you gonna leave me wasting away on the streets of Philadelphia?
Springsteen's music and lyrics bring out Andy's pain as his life slowly but surely drains away. As long as his heart is still beating along with the drums, though, he'll continue to fight.
Leave each other alone like this on the streets of Philadelphia.
Number 13, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Outlaws Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid live as if every day could be their last. Between the shootouts and the plunges off cliffs, there's time for a carefree bicycle ride set to this joyous tune.
So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job.
Written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head washes all negative feelings away as singer B.J. Thomas casts a rainbow of optimism. Although the song is full of light-hearted vibes, it's also kind of unsettling when you consider Butch and Sundance's ultimate fate.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. Cry is not for me.
The song leads you to believe that our anti-heroes will overcome any obstacle that confronts them, but their luck is bound to run out eventually. Regardless, it's impossible to listen to this song without immediately being put in a good mood.
I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Number 12, Into the West, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Arguably, no film brings a greater sense of finality to a trilogy than The Return of the King. Into the West closes the book on this epic story, reflecting on the end of one journey and the beginning of another.
The ships have come to carry you home.
For Frodo, the next adventure awaits in the far west, where the Undying Lands reside. For Sam, it's back in the Shire with his family. Although it's tear-jerking to see friends part ways, every character is where they should be.
White shores are calling. You and I will meet again.
Singer Annie Lennox, who wrote the song with Howard Shore and Fran Walsh, summons a sense of loss, drawing inspiration from the untimely death of a young filmmaker named Cameron Duncan. While bittersweet, the song also provides comfort, leaving us with a peaceful farewell.
A light on the water, gray ships pass into the west.
Number 11. Skyfall. Skyfall. James Bond has a long history of captivating theme songs, 3 of which won Oscars. 2012's Skyfall was the first victor, with Adele bringing a fresh yet traditional sound to 007's legacy.
I've drowned and dreamt this moment, so overdue I owe them.
Co-writing the song with Paul Epworth, Adele's vocals are moody, fearless, and ready for action, much like Daniel Craig's Bond. The song foreshadows much of what we're about to see, including a last stand at Bond's childhood home. Somehow, the tune summarizes the story without actually giving anything away.
Worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart.
Just as Bond is forced to revisit his past, the audience is motivated to go back to the beginning and re-watch the opening title sequence. Not every Bond song hits it out of the park, but Skyfall is practically ingrained in the story's DNA.
When it crumbles, we will stand tall, face it all together as Skyfall.
Number 10. Shallow. A Star is Born. Although it's been remade multiple times, the plot of A Star is Born hasn't drastically changed with each incarnation. However, every adaptation possesses echoes of the decade it was made. Music plays a monumental role in mirroring the era. Evergreen has a sentimental sound that screams 70s pop.
Two lights that shine as one. Morning glory and midnight sun.
Shallow is a modern duet, fusing Jackson's country rock with Ali's folk pop. The lyrics speak to both singers, neither of whom is fulfilled in their lives.
I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change.
Together, Jackson and Ali hit all the right notes, but their union may also be headed for an inevitable shipwreck. Nevertheless, the chemistry between these two makes the audience want to jump into the deep end with them. By the time the song concludes, their whirlwind romance is already well out into deeper waters. Number 9. Falling Slowly. Once. Once is the definition of a little movie that could. It was produced for only $150,000, and Glenn Hansard used his own childhood guitar for the film. Although the filmmakers had to scrape together whatever pieces they could find, the result was a profound musical that culminated in Oscars for Hansard and Markéta Irglova.
Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back.
Through Falling Slowly, Hansard's Guy and Irglova's Girl express what's truly in their hearts. Although Guy doesn't realize it yet, Girl is already married and will inevitably return to their husband.
Raise your hopeful voice, you had the
As their voices join in a simple musical shop, though, it's clear that these two are meant for each other. Their time together may fly by, but their feelings and music are still falling with no end in sight.
Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it low.
Number 8. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? The Lion King. With 3 Lion King songs nominated, the odds favored Tim Rice and Elton John, leaving that year's ceremony with statuettes. Nobody was surprised when they picked up Oscars for Can You Feel the Love Tonight. While the sweeping ballad is in the tradition of Disney's past love songs, there's something almost mystical about this one. It's also one that immerses us in the beauty of nature as Simba and Nala are reunited, seeing each other through adult eyes.
He's holding back, he's hiding, but what I can't decide. Why won't he be the king I know he is, the king I see inside?
Of course, you don't have to be a lion to feel the love in the air. It's a song best experienced on a moonlit evening with your significant other, letting nature take its course. And to think, this was almost a comedic song between Timon and Pumbaa.
In short, our pal is doomed.
Number 7, I've Had the Time of My Life, Dirty Dancing. To be fair, we can understand why Baby's parents would have reservations about their daughter being romantically involved with Johnny. Dirty Dancing isn't a film that runs on logic, however. It runs on music.
We saw the writing on the walls as we felt this magical fantasy.
After seeing Baby and Johnny take to the dance floor in the grand finale, it's hard for even the biggest cynic to deny their connection. While the number is skillfully choreographed by Kenny Ortega and Miranda Garrison, this ending wouldn't be nearly as iconic without I've Had the Time of My Life. The song sees Baby blossom from a sheltered teen to a confident young woman, ready to publicly display her love for dance and Johnny. As romantic as it is invigorating, nobody puts this song in the corner. Number 6, Moon River, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday.
Holly Golightly lives the extravagant life of a socialite, partying every night away. Behind the elegant clothing is a complex soul whose pursuit of wealth and glamour is interrupted by the arrival of a struggling writer, Paul. Holly may deny that she's developing feelings for Paul, but she sings the truth through Moon River.
We're after the same rainbows and
Henry Mancini and Johnny Mercer wrote the song to accommodate Audrey Hepburn's vocal range. Unlike the persona that Holly has created for herself, the melody and lyrics are quite simple. Therein lies the beauty of the song, speaking to Holly's background as a country girl. The song expresses the spontaneous Holly's yearning for an exciting life, unaware that the greatest adventure of all is looking down and smiling at her.
Moon River and me.
Number 5, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast. Howard Ashman and Alan Menken ushered in a golden age of animated Disney musicals with The Little Mermaid, winning the Oscar for Under the Sea. Ashman sadly wouldn't live to see the release of Beauty and the Beast, which won another Oscar for its titular romantic ballad.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Whether listening to Angela Lansbury's tender rendition as Mrs. Potts, or the pop duet between Celine Dion and Peabo Bryson, the timeless song is guaranteed to bring a tear to your eyes. Not because it's sad, but because the union of Belle and the Beast is so heartfelt, demonstrating how love sometimes flourishes in unexpected places. What Ashman helped start would continue with Aladdin, winning Menken yet another statuette along with Tim Rice for A Whole New World.
I'm like a shooting star, I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. Every turn a surprise, every moment red letter.
Number 4. Lose Yourself, 8 Mile. Although Lose Yourself was an immediate success for Eminem, some doubted that the Academy would embrace a hip-hop song with lyrics about vomit and spaghetti. Eminem didn't even bother showing up to the ceremony.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it.
Viewers were pleasantly surprised when Barbra Streisand, of all people, announced this stimulating rap song as the victor. The song's Oscar journey mirrored the story of B-Rabbit, an underdog rapper who seizes his shot to bring down the house.
This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring.
Lose Yourself would be the first hip-hop song to win an Oscar, opening the door for future hits like It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. The popularity of Lose Yourself has only endured over the decades, so much so that Eminem finally performed it at the 2020 ceremony. Number 3. When You Wish Upon a Star, Pinocchio.
Fate steps in and sees you through.
Disney has a way of building upon classic stories to create something unique. For example, a wishing star doesn't play a significant role in Carlo Collodi's original Pinocchio story. In Disney's adaptation, the wishing star symbolizes one of the film's key themes of never losing hope. It also provides the basis for Pinocchio's signature song, which would have a life well beyond the film it derived from. When You Wish Upon a Star has developed into Disney's anthem, every bit as synonymous with the company as Mickey Mouse and Walt himself. Lee Harline's composition and Ned Washington's lyrics are the stuff of dreams, becoming the first Disney song, as well as the first song from an animated feature, to take home an Academy Award.
When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true.
Number 2, My Heart Will Go On, Titanic. An epic love story deserves a theme song that complements the romance's towering scope.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
My Heart Will Go On pairs with Titanic so flawlessly that it's hard to believe James Cameron didn't want a pop song closing out his masterpiece. Celine Dion was also hesitant about singing another end credits song. Composer James Horner and lyricist Will Jennings were so passionate about the idea that they secretly developed My Heart Will Go On, eventually convincing Cameron. We're grateful that they did, as the song elevates what was already a touching finale to an emotional powerhouse. It's never been confirmed whether Rose is dreaming or departed in the end. Either way, the song says everything about her undying love for Jack more than 80 years later. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You'll have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Over the Rainbow, The Wizard of Oz. It's hard to believe, but MGM seriously considered removing Over the Rainbow due to pacing and the idea of having Judy Garland perform at a barnyard.
Over the rainbow, way up high.
We almost almost see where they're coming from, as the number has no dancing, effects, or vibrant use of Technicolor. Without Harold Arlen's soothing melody and Yip Harburg's heartwarming lyrics, though, Dorothy's character arc would feel incomplete.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
Dorothy dreams of escaping over the rainbow, but upon arriving in Oz, she finds that everything she ever wanted was back in Kansas. The song thus serves a dual purpose, encouraging us to follow our dreams while still finding comfort in what we have. Fortunately, several key figures convinced MGM to keep the song, resulting in an Oscar and a cinematic milestone.
Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.